All right, this gentleman has an issue. He says his cooling fans in his wife's vehicle is just racing sky high, right? I'm going to put the screenshot up right here in the corner and then we'll talk about it. Let's just give it a second. I'll give this my time to edit in the uploading app. Why do you think that type of stuff would happen? There's a couple things. You could have a bias AC pressure transducer sensor in one of the AC lines. It could be biased, something wrong with the wires, a connection, causing a malfunctioning reading. You could have something internal wrong with the way the AC system is working as well. It's always nice to service the AC system, even though it may not need it periodically, just to make sure everything's good. You could have an AC condenser plugged up. It could be a bunch of snow on the front of it. It could be a bunch of debris, bird feathers and stuff like that from driving on the highway that's covering up the front of the AC condenser. So the pressures inside the AC system start to raise sky high immediately on startup, especially if you got like the defrost on and the AC system's going to kick on no matter what. You got to make sure that AC condenser and everything's cleaned out real good, or else the fans are going to race because it wants to see a reduction in AC pressure. So you got the transducers, you got the cleanliness of the AC condenser, internal issue inside the AC system in general, or you could have something wrong with the electronic, like HVAC control head, something it doesn't like that it's seeing, like a bad reading or something like that that's causing the fans to kick on. Typically I find it's a plugged up AC condenser, or something's wrong with one of the pressure switches on the AC system itself. Not so much anything really wrong with the vehicle. So you're gonna have to check that stuff out first. Typically it's better to take it to somebody and have them look at it if you don't have like IDS or FORScan to sit down, hook up to the computer and actually watch the pressures inside the AC system on high side and low side as it's actually functioning, because you'll see, or hook a machine up to it and actually watch your high side and low side gauges to figure out if there's a problem. A lot of times it comes down to a pressure transducer being bad, or the actual AC condenser stuff itself needs to be cleaned out real good. And a lot of times people think they clean it out really good when you got to take off some of the top plastic. Sometimes you even have to take a step bit, make your own couple holes and blow everything out in the reverse order it was coming in, and then wash it all down with like soap and water, stuff like that, and that in general will clean out the system. I just wanted to make this quick and give you some ideas and areas to check.